In this section, we are going to start the Sketcher module of CATIA. In this video, we are going to discuss how to create lines using a line and profile tool. Also, we are going to discuss about visual tools. As soon as you open CATIA, you will get this interface. This is the product design interface, which is for assemblies. We are going to create a sketch. So for that, we are going to enter inside the part design interface. So we will go to file and close this. Now again I'll go to file, click on new. We'll create a new file. Here you can select the part, click on OK. You'll get this small screen. It will have various options. Just click on OK. Now we have opened the part design interface of a new file. Don't worry about this entire whatever is there. Just click on this small icon here. This is the sketcher icon. Click on sketch and select a plane. Maybe I'll select this front plane. The very first thing that you have to do when you enter inside the sketcher is you have to arrange your workspace. The first arrangement is this toolbars. These toolbars you have to properly position into their respective positions. This is the standard toolbar. The position of the standard toolbar should be somewhere here. So hold this and move it and keep it somewhere here. This is the view toolbar. The position of this is beside the standard toolbar. Sketch tools position is somewhere here. Selection position is somewhere here. This toolbar I can close. I can position this here. This is the finish sketch. You can position it here. This is the constraint toolbar. You can position it here. And you can see here, these are the sketch tools and this is the modification tools. Keep the position of this on the right side. So this is the way your interface should look whenever you enter inside the Sketcher module, so that you can work very fast. You can see in the background there is a net-like structure. This is called the grid. You can switch on and off grid here. And this is snap to point. This also you switch off. I'll explain this to later. Now let us create line. You can see here there is a line icon and this is a profile icon. By using with these two tools we are going to create lines. Before that we will see how to access the tools in two different methods. The first method is you can click on this icon and get the line tool active. Also you can go to insert, profile. Here you have all the options which are available here. The entire options you will find it here. You can see here line tool is here. The same line tool which you will get it here. I can click on this or you click on this. Click on line. Now let us click somewhere, maybe here and here. You can see we have developed our first line in CATIA. Again let us check out. I'll click on the icon. As soon as I click on icon or I click on insert and line, you can see the icon is turning into orange. This means this icon or tool is active. I'll click somewhere here and click. Minimum 2 points are required for a line. Now let us see profile. You can see, you can click here. This is profile. Click on it. These are continuous lines. These also require 2 points, but you can create continuous lines. When you press and keep, you can develop circle also using this profile tool. But we need not make the circles We'll see the circles in a different section. Click on escape. So this is line and this is profile. Now for visualization, it's very important to be able to move the view. When you click on the scroll and move the mouse, you can see we are able to move the object. This is called pan. Once you right click by pressing the scroll, only once right click, you can see another tool is active. This is called zoom. So these two tools are very beneficial in Sketcher to create a sketch effectively. Now let us see again. Press the middle button, that is the scroll of mouse, and move the mouse. This is called pan. Only once you right click by pressing the scroll, just once right click and leave the button. You can see this is zoom. If you press both the scroll and right click and move, this is called rotate. You can see now you are in 3D. Now as we have disturbed the normal view of the plane, we can get into the normal view by clicking on this icon. Click on it and you'll get into the normal view. So this is how we create a line, a continuous line by using profile tool, and we have seen how to view our drawing by using some visual tools. We are also going to see how to constrain the degrees of freedom and the types of constraint that we can give in CATIA. As soon as you open CATIA, it will open the product design interface. As already I have said in the last video, we have to open the part design interface because the product design interface only works with assemblies. So I'll go to File and close this. Again I'll go to File, New, and here I'll select Part, click on OK, and again click OK. You can see I have entered into the part design module of CATIA. Now we have to enter inside the Sketcher module of CATIA so that we can make a sketch. We'll click on this icon, Sketcher icon, and click on any plane. You can see here, this is our coordinate system. This is the x-axis and this is the y-axis for this plane. Here the x-axis is shown by H, which is horizontal, and the y-axis is shown by V, which is vertical. So every plane will have this H and V in CATIA. Now to understand constraining, first we have to generate a line. Click on this line icon, click somewhere here and maybe somewhere here. When I hold this and move, can you see? We're able to move. So this object is enjoying all the degrees of freedom that it can get in 2D plane. Now as CATIA is a very advanced modeling package, it has a concept called constraining. Constraining is restricting the degrees of freedom of an object. As this can move anywhere, so we have to fix it so that our geometry is to the dimension. So for constraining this line, we have two types of constraints available in CATIA. First is the geometrical constraints and second is the dimensional constraints. Geometrical constraints are something like perpendicularity, parallelism, concentricity, point on a line, point on a point, and so on. Dimensional constraints are something like length, radius, diameter, distance between two parallel lines, angle between two lines, and so on. Both of these constraints you will find it here. This is the geometrical constraints and this is the dimensional constraints. When I click on dimensional constraints, it is becoming orange. That means it is active. Now let me select this line. And you can see I can generate a dimension. This is dehighlighted. It is not active. When I click on an object, this becomes active. This is the geometrical constraints that can be given to a line. When I click on this geometrical constraints, it will display this constraint definition dialog box where it will show all the types of constraints that can be given to objects, but only will highlight the constraints which can be given to this line. I can fix this line. I can give a constant length to this line. I can make it horizontal or vertical. Let me make it horizontal. Click on this. You can see a H symbol has come up. That means this line is horizontal. And click on OK. So you can see here there are various types of constraints that can be given to a line, but only the constraints that can be given to a line will be highlighted. As you can see, the line is now horizontal, so vertical has been dehighlighted. We cannot give a vertical constraint to it. And you can see here there are other constraints also which we can give to variety of other types of objects, which we will see in details in the further videos. So for now, click on OK, and in the next video we will see how to constrain a simple rectangle. In this video, we are going to see how to constrain a simple rectangle. I have entered into the Sketcher interface of a new file. If you don't know how to enter inside the Sketcher interface of a new file, please watch the earlier video. Now, let us create 4 lines. I'll click on this line icon. Let me make this as a first line. Again, I'll take line, click on somewhere here. Prevent these dotted lines. These are automatic constraints which we don't want, and I don't want you to make it now. Once you are aware of the tools and the constraints, you can go for this. You can go for using these dotted lines and make your drawing easier. Click on the line icon again. Create this third line. Again line icon. And maybe somewhere here where I don't get the dotted lines. And somewhere here. I have created the 4 lines. Now these 4 lines I will use for creating a rectangle of 100 into 50 dimension. Let us first connect these lines. For connecting, I'll select this point, and for multiple selection, I'll use Control key on the keyboard and select on this point. Now you can see this is highlighted. Click on it. Between 2 points, we can give distance and we can coincide them. Also, we can fix them. This fix will freeze the point's coordinates at this position. You cannot change this point's coordinates. We don't want that. We want coincidence. You can see it has coincided. Click on OK. Similarly, I'll select this point and I'll use the Control key for selecting the other point. Press on the Control key on the keyboard. Click on this point. Select this constraining coincidence. Click on OK. Again, I'll select on this point. Use the Control key for selecting multiple points. Select on this coincidence. Click on OK. Again, select on this point and this point. Click on this coincidence and OK. You can see I have developed a quadrilateral. Now this quadrilateral I'll convert into a rectangle. For that, click on this line, geometrical constraints, horizontal. Again, click on OK. You can see this is de-highlighted. When I select an object, then only it will be highlighted. Click on it, vertical. Click on OK. Now I'll try something else. Select on this line, press the Control key and select this line. These two lines I want to make parallel. When I select on these constraints, you can see the constraints that can be given to these two lines have been highlighted here and others are not highlighted. As you can see, concentricity cannot be given to two lines, tangency cannot be given to two lines, and so on and so forth. Between these two lines, I want to create parallelism. Click on OK. Now again, maybe I'll select this line. Use the Control key for multiple selection. Select this line. Constraints. These two I want to make perpendicular. Click on OK. And you can see I have given the geometrical constraints to the rectangle. Now let us give the dimensional constraints. Click on these dimensions. Let us select this line. Click here. Double click. I'll give a value of 100. Click on OK. Now again I'll take dimension. Click on this line. Position it somewhere here. Double click. Give a value of 50. Enter. We have given the dimensional constraints and geometrical constraints and created a 100 into 50 rectangle. Now let us move it. Let us see if it can move. Of course it can move because we have not given any reference with the horizontal and vertical axis of the coordinate system. So for that, you can give the geometrical constraints as well as the dimensional constraints. Let us give a geometrical constraint to this line and use the Control key for multiple selection. This axis. Click on geometrical constraints. I'll use coincidence. Click on OK. And you can see the colors have changed. This is the color of fully constrained geometry, which is green. And white is under constraint. That is, we have to constrain that. When I move any line by holding it by using the left mouse button, you can see we can move it about the vertical axis along the horizontal. So now I'll use the dimension. Click on this constraint, dimensional constraint, maybe this line. You can see here there are some colors coming up. Already we have given a 50 dimension here. Again I am selecting this line, so this 50 dimension is imparted to this line, which is not needed. So this is over constraining. This pink color indicates over constraining and this orange color line indicates the over constrained geometry. Of course, I am not going to do that. I am going to click on this axis and when I click here, you can see everything has turned into green. That is, the entire geometry is now fully constrained. Let me double click on this dimension and give a value of maybe some 50 so that the object is symmetrical. Now, as you can see, I have achieved a fully constrained rectangle geometry. In this video, we are going to create the example 1 drawing file attached with this lecture. As you can see, this is the drawing that we are going to make. This is a very simple drawing. We are going to make the sketch of it in the sketcher interface of CATIA, and we are going to constrain it. Let us start. When you open CATIA, it will open a new file in the product design interface. We don't want it. I'll go to file and close this. File, new. I'll create a part. Click on OK. Click on OK. OK again. A new file has been opened in the part design module of CATIA. I want to enter inside the sketcher module.